Hello and welcome to this video tutorial, and today we are going to be showing the system that we have created, a volunteer management system for the TCF organization for the RAHBAR program, and it is a series of volunteer cycles that take place all across Pakistan throughout the year. The system is made so that volunteers can register themselves and can participate in events and sign up for upcoming events, and it is also made from the admin's perspective so that they can create events that other people, such as volunteers, can sign up for. So upon loading the first page, we get this home screen. As we scroll down, we get information about RAHBAR, some statistics, information about the latest cycle number and the cycle name, and finally we reach the contact connect with us information, which shows all of the TCF offices across Pakistan and an option for the user to sign in. So we'll take this option to sign in, and once the user clicks on sign in, they have the option to either sign in as a volunteer or as an admin. And if they want to register, they can just go down and click on register now. This is the registration page, how it looks like for volunteers. And for admin, if I want to register as an admin, I'm going to have to put in a password first that will let me sign up as an admin. This is put for security purposes so that no random person can sign themselves up as an admin. Only admins have this password known to them that will let them sign up in the system. So for volunteer registration, there is basic information that we have to put, such as names, and if I put in the wrong names or something, it's going to tell me that it should be around these many characters long and should only contain letters and spaces. And then we have username, email, and for the email option, what we have done is once the user inputs their email, they have to click on the send OTP option. So the user receives a one-time password on their email that they're going to have to verify so that they can complete their profile registration, and the password that will be set by the user has to match the password that they will put again for verification. Even their CNIC number has to be a specific number of digits, only 13 numeric characters. They're going to enter their address, contact number, date of birth. This will be shown later on. Why is it useful? The user's username would be displayed, their gender. Education, we have given options from O levels all the way to PhD, and we have also given an option that the user can set an emergency contact from anyone that they know and enter their names, and then the user would have to give in their profession. If they select something like doctor, teacher, or software engineer, they're going to have to input their organization that they work at. The user can select their primary language that they speak, the city that they reside in, and their pickup point. This is useful for later on so that the users can be picked up from specific places that they are looking forward to volunteer from. So I have a test account and I will be using that to sign in right now to show you how the user panel looks like. This is how the user homepage looks like, and we have options of home and upcoming events. This shows the list of all the events that are happening within their city or all across Pakistan, depending on who the event is visible to. My events will show the user all of the events that they are registered for, upcoming events, and all of the events that they have participated in the past. And finally, we have the user profile, which shows all of the information, their name, CNIC, contact number, email, address, education, and if they want to change anything from here, they cannot change their CNIC number as it is fixed, and the reason for doing that was so that the same user cannot create multiple profiles, as CNIC is specific to everyone. They can change other information such as their pickup points or emergency contact numbers. Also, if the user wants to change their password, they can click on change password and enter their old and new password, and they're also going to receive an OTP on their email that will lead them to change their passwords. So this is how the volunteer panel looks like. Now we are going to sign in the admin panel to show you how that works and what that looks like. So this is the admin panel. Upon logging in, they can see the total number of mentors and the total number of mentees they have and the upcoming events. Mentors are basically the people assigned to a group of volunteers and they are supposed to lead them and guide them for the event. As we scroll down, the admin can see details of the upcoming event, and this that you see over here updates cycle information. Once we logged in the home page, we saw the latest cycle that was about to happen, so the admin can change this information about the cycle, such as the cycle number and the cities that it is taking place in. The first thing that the admin can do is create events, and these events are basically cycles, and they can put in things such as event titles and who is it organized by, the description of the event, and in the description box, for example, if I'm writing something over here, I have the option to edit this text, make it bold, italic, underline, assign it some headings. I can put in event dates, the start and end time of the event, location, and the age limit. So when you saw that we were making the volunteer profile, we saw that the age was set over there, the date of birth, and if I'm choosing the age limit to be 18 or let's suppose 20, so the event that I'm creating will only be visible to people who are 20 years or above that age. It won't be visible to people under the 20 years. And visibility can either be public or specific. If it's public, anybody across Pakistan can sign up for the event. If it is city specific, people only from the selected cities, such as if I'm choosing Karachi, people only from Karachi would be able to sign up for this event. So it won't be visible to profiles that are made for people outside of Karachi. Let's create an event and we'll call this test event 1 organized by TCF. I'll put the date to be for tomorrow. So my event has been created and I get this success message that event created successfully. If I want to see any past or upcoming events, I go to the events tab, and over here, as you can see, we have the title of the event, date, location, registrations, actions that we will talk about later. And the first thing that I can do is whatever event I have created, I can click on edit details. If the event has not taken place yet, I can edit the details of this event and change anything, such as if I want to update the event date or something in the details or the time, I can do so and just click on update event. And once I go back to my events page, it will be updated. From view registrations, I can see the number of people or volunteers that have signed up for a particular event. So for example, we have one registration here. I can click on view registrations and I will see the number of all of the volunteers that have signed up along with their emails, contact numbers, and their gender. And I can assign them mentors, which we will talk about later. We also have the option to search a volunteer by their name and search a specific mentor that have been assigned and search specifically by genders and whatever filters that we apply here. And if we export that to Excel, an Excel sheet would be created that would consist of all the records that are present to me after my filter has been applied. If no filter is applied, then export to Excel would just export everything that is displayed on this page. And eligible for orientation is basically people who are signing up for an event for the first time. They have not participated in any event before. They are the ones that are eligible for an orientation. So we will assign them a mentor and we will give them an orientation for the event. So the last thing that we have is take attendance. And take attendance is basically once the event is happening or it has finished happening, I can start taking the attendance. I can mark people as present or absent. Right now I have not marked this user, so once I click on present, it will update the status of the user to present. And similarly, if I do it absent, it would update their status to absent, and I can export all of this list to Excel. And one more thing that we have to mention is that for actions of each event, we can either edit the details or view details. Edit details is possible if the event has not taken place yet or if it is happening at current time. And view details is for the events that have already finished happening. And obviously, there's nothing that we can update for this anymore as it has finished, so we can only view the details for this event. The status of the event determines whether the event is taking place or not. Once the event has finished happening, we can set the status to inactive, and if the event is going to take place, we'll set it back to active again. And the final tab we have in this page is volunteers. This is the number of all of the volunteers that have signed up for in this volunteer management system, we see their name, email, contact number, city, gender, all of the events, number of events that they have attended. As you can see, this volunteer has attended one event, and we can see the status of the volunteers. The status is basically TCF asked us if the admins could see whether a particular volunteer had been flagged or not, and the volunteer will not be made aware if they have been flagged. Only the admin has the option to make them flag or not, and only the admin can see whether a certain volunteer has been flagged or not. The volunteers will not be aware of this. The only thing is that if I flag a volunteer, they will no longer be able to see the upcoming events on their page. They are not eligible to participate in any events that would come up. And finally, I can see the details of a particular volunteer, all of their contact information, city, education, everything that they had selected while they were signing up for the program, for the system. Also, the same thing, that I can apply filters and searches, and I can export those filtered results to Excel, or I can just export all of these results to an Excel sheet. And finally, we have manage mentors. Mentors, like I mentioned before, they are people that are assigned to specific group of volunteers that would guide those volunteers and basically be there for them if they have any questions and deal with any queries that they face. This is the number of volunteers that we can see. I can just, number of mentors that we can see. I can add a new mentor just by adding their name and their email. We have kept this system pretty straightforward. I also have the option to delete a mentor and activate or deactivate a mentor according to their status, whether they're available or not. So this is what the admin panel is about. If I log out, since I've created an event, I'll show you how the volunteer side can sign up for this event. So if I go to upcoming events, I can see that test event 1 is being shown on my page, and since it was public and it would be shown to every single volunteer's page because it's public, so anybody across Pakistan can register for this event. If I want to register, I will just click on register now. I'll see the event details like this. This was the description that we put, the title, the date, time, location, and who is it organized by, and just click on register for the event. So I get the success message, and once I go to my events, I will see that the upcoming event that I have registered for is being shown here. I have the action to view details for this event and to delete. This will cancel my registration for a particular event. And since I have not participated in any past events before, this section is empty, and if I had, this section would have been updated to show all of the past events that I have taken part in. And this is pretty much for the sign-in page. One last thing, if a volunteer has forgotten their password, they have the option to put in their email and click on forgot password. This would also send a one-time OTP, one-time verification password to their emails, and they can update it with the new password so that they can be logged into their system again. So this is pretty much the walkthrough of what our system is like and the features that are available in the system. We also have a separate documentation for this that explains every single feature in detail, and it's properly structured so that the user can navigate the system easily. We hope that this video was helpful to you, and we thank you for your time.